Hey, my name is Chanel, and in today's video, I'm going to do the hardware demonstration of Lab 2 of my embedded system design class entitled Task Management in FreeRTOS on Zybo. So, as we can see on my board, switch 0 is already off, and then as you can see, the LG are incrementing from 0 to 15, from 0 to 15. Then I'm going to turn it on. If I turn it on, the LED is supposed to determine from 15 to 0. So I just turn it, switch 0 on, and then the LED are decrementing from 15 to 0, as we can see. Now I'm going to press button 0. If I press it, the LED are supposed to resume to suspend. So I just press button 0. As we can see, the LED suspend. If I press button 1, LED are supposed to resume. As we can see, the LED are resuming. Now I'm going to suspend the LED with switches. So if I press switch tray on, LED is supposed to suspend. So as we can see, I just turn switch tray on and the LED has suspend. If I want to resume it, I just have to turn switch 1 and 2 on. Let me turn switch tray off, and then as we can see, the LED resume the moment I turn switch 1 and 2 on. Now I'm gonna try to suspend task button with switches. So let me turn this to off. If I turn switch 1 on, button are supposed to suspend. So if I turn switch 1 on, that means the button suspend. Let's see. We can check it with button 0. In task button, if you press button 0, the LED is supposed to suspend. If it's not suspending, that means switch 1 suspend the button. So let's see. As we can see, I pressed button 0 and the LED didn't suspend. That means switch 1 eventually suspend the task button. In order to resume it, I have to turn switch 2 on. Let me turn it off and then turn switch 2 on. I just turned switch 2 on. It's supposed to resume the button. So in order to check it, I'm just going to press button 0. If the LED are suspend, switch 2 eventually resume the button. So let's see. So as we can see, the code is working because I press button 0 with switch 2 on. LEDs are suspend. So now I'm gonna suspend the switches with button. So let me turn this one first and then resume to LED with button 1. Now I'm gonna suspend switches. So in order to suspend the switches, I'm gonna press button 2. So if I press button 2, switches are supposed to suspend. In order to check if switch is suspend, we can use switch tray. So if I turn switch tray on and the LED doesn't suspend, that means button 2 eventually suspend the LED. So let's see. So I just turned switch tray on and the LED are not suspending. That means button 2 eventually suspend the LED. So in order to resume it, I'm going to press this one. I'm going to press button 3 and it's supposed to resume the LED. So if I press button 3, it's supposed to resume the switches. So in order to check if the switches are resumed, I'm just going to turn switch 3 on. If the LED are suspended, button 3 eventually suspend or resume the switches. So now I'll just turn switch 3 on. As we can see, the LED are suspended. That means all the 3 tasks, that's LED task button and task switches are working. So thank you guys, and see you in the next video.